Follow along on this podcast where I would be sharing my entrepreneurial journey with you all. This is my podcast, Entrepreneurial Journey, and I am Joy Nicholson.
Hi everyone, Joy here. I want to talk to you guys today about the power of persuasion. And I know this is a subject that's a bit like persuasion, really, but it's actually very powerful. Persuasion is something that is extremely, extremely powerful if you actually understand how to work it. And I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story with the power of persuasion. But before I get to that, the reason I chose this as an episode today was because of Dean Graziosi's book called Millionaire Success Habits. Now, just go Google it. It's on his website. It's a free book. I bought the course that came with the book, but with the course obviously came worksheets and things like that. And I've spoken about this book before, actually. And I know it's been taking me months to go through this book, but it's also because I have I do the worksheets with it, so I don't just read the book, I actually implement everything, because that's the key. You guys know I'm all about actually implementing things that you learn, because else what's the point, really, And the chapter 7 that I listened to this morning when I was in the gym, I actually had to restart the chapter and listen to it again, because it was just so powerful. And it made me think of the story that I want to share with you guys. So back in the day, this is a very long time ago. I'm not going to go numbers of years because I'm also actually feeling quite old thinking of this. I got appointed as a branch manager at a loan company. And just before that, the only real experience I had as a manager was managing fruits and veggies coming through, because I worked at a little farm store, and I was just managing in brackets, the veggies coming in and out, and I had to sign them off and make sure that all the amounts are there. And I had a few staff members that was just, all I need to do is tell them to unpack the stuff and make sure that they clean proper. And that was really it. There was nothing to it. And they weren't really my staff. I saw them more as friends, which is kind of awkward, but it was a great experience. But that was it. That's what I had. And when I got appointed in this job as a branch manager for this loan company, I was shocked. I was like, wow. And I didn't even submit my CV for this. I had a friend that did that. It was actually my brother's, ex at this moment, but it was my brother's ex, and she submitted my CV. She saw this job and she just submitted my CV. She took a chance, and voila. And I got called in for an interview for this position, and the guy just saw something in me that I didn't even know was a thing, I guess. And the letter of recommendation that I got from the lady that I worked for when I worked at the farm stall was obviously very persuasive, because he really loved the letter, and he just said, well, you're the perfect person for this job. So the power of persuasion started really in the story. It started with her letter, and just saying, telling him what I've done in the shop, without telling any lies. But it was she explained to him, I actually still have that letter somewhere. She explained to him not just what I did on a daily basis, but how I did it. I did it with encouragement. I did it with, talking to the staff with encouragement, and I was polite and nice with the people that came into the shop. And it's not so much what I did every day that encouraged or persuaded him to appoint me in this job, but he saw qualities in me, apparently, that he told me. He saw qualities in me that was perfect for the position that I was appointed in. And I started in this job. I had zero clue anything about loans. I had no clue about loans. I had no clue about anything, really. I had no clue. And all I knew is how to run, in brackets, a little farm stall. And I mean, even that was nothing in comparison. And so I started this job with 2 staff members, and they were completely unmotivated, because I am now this person, didn't know anything about loans. They've been in these jobs for 4 years. The one guy was an assistant manager, so he kind of expected to become branch manager. And here I am walking in there with zero loan experience, zero experience in anything, really. And I'm his boss. And it just did not go down well. And I could understand the position that he was in. And it carried on for about a month, where it was really horrible circumstances. They gossiped behind my back. It was, I didn't quit, but I was very close to just telling, screw this, I'm going to find another job because this sucks. And then I thought to myself, you know what? We have the potential to earn a lot of money. So let's do exactly that, right? And because I think we were 63 branches at that stage of this loan company. It was a big franchise in South Africa. Well, not a franchise, but it was like, like they have branches all over the country. And we were at that stage number 60. We were basically on the bottom of the leaderboard. We were number 60 out of 65 branches or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but I know there was like 60 something branches. And we didn't make money because it was a brand new branch. It was only open for about 6 months. And we were in a mall and we were hidden. We were like on the like completely the opposite side of where the cars park, and there's no foot traffic walking past there. It was just really hidden. And so the only way that we can get advertising was by doing pamphlets and, going to speak to people or putting a little classified in the newspaper. And I mean, in this big mall that this shop is situated, there was other loan companies right there that has the traffic that walk past the shop. So, we really had our work cut out for us to actually earn potential money in this branch. And I don't want to make this episode too long, but I really want to tell you guys the story. So I pulled the staff together into a meeting and I said, listen, this is what we're going to have to do. The odds is not looking very good. We hidden in the mall, we are not earning any extra money because the salary that you were pointed on was not very good. But when you actually reach your targets, the earning potential was really amazing. You got bonuses, you got quarterly bonuses, yearly bonuses, monthly bonuses, commissions. It was really, really good. So we wanted to earn, I was all about earning and making that money so we can actually earn the commissions. And very long story short, I persuaded them and I said to them, okay, listen, I know you guys don't like me, but this is what it is. I'm appointed in this position. So whether you accept me or you don't accept me, let's actually just earn some real money. Because they've been there they've been in other branches for 4 years, but specifically this branch, they were pulled into this branch. And so they went from having good earning things to almost nothing now because, they're managing this new, like working in this new branch. So, they were all keen about making money as well. So I said, okay, let's do this. So I said, okay, I'll make you guys a deal. What do you guys like to eat? And they said KFC. That was like their favorite thing. They like fried chicken. So I said, okay, perfect. I'll make you a deal. We make Target. The first time we make Target, I'll buy you guys all lunch. That's my deal. And I mean, it wasn't the cheapest thing to do. And they said, okay, that's fine. So the first month we didn't make Target. It was a bit hard. The second month we were very, very close. And the third month we exceeded it, like super far exceeded it. And the area manager called me. He goes, wow, how did you do that? We were about to actually close this branch because we just didn't see it going anywhere because it was just not doing anything because it's here in the mall. We were either thinking to either move it to another location or to shut it down. And I showed them that we didn't need to do that. And thereafter, obviously, we tasted the fact that we can actually earn real money. And thereafter, we became one of the top 5 branches in the country within less than 6 months because I really pushed my staff. And everything that they did, I did with them. I didn't just say, go and do flyers outside. I actually took a bunch of flyers myself and went and dished it out to people outside. And it went on like that. And, we put the advert in and I didn't just put my name in. I put all of our names in. So they've got options for people to talk to. And it was really, really great. It was a great experience. And it was the power of persuasion that let my staff, exceed as well, because I didn't just go and say, this is what we do, that's it. I said to them, I would get you KFC. And I did thereafter. Then what I did was we had monthly goals and quarterly goals to reach. But I broke it down even more. I said, okay, daily goals, weekly goals. If you guys reach your daily goals every day for a week, I will buy lunch at the end of that week. And that's what I did. And we did exactly that. We grew so much that I had to appoint 2 staff members because we just couldn't keep up with all the customers coming in. So, so it was really one of the best jobs I've ever had because I've learned the power of persuasion. It was the most amazing thing that transformed me into knowing that sales was probably the way I wanted to go, and storytelling, because you ultimately, you tell stories to people. That at that stage, I didn't really realize it. And so, long story short, the guy that appointed me in that job, he started his own actual business and he persuaded me to go over to his business, which I did. And then sadly, that business fell apart. There was investors involved and they withdrawn, and I don't exactly know all the details, but I ended up being without a job, and I was too proud to go back to the other one. So, but it was a great experience. And since then, I moved into the whole media marketing thing and learning all about, and that's really where I went to, the publication side, advertising, marketing. And that's where I learned, I started learning more about sales and marketing, and that was really, really cool. So, guys, the power of persuasion. If you understand how to persuade people, then you have a very powerful thing that you can play with. And you also have to be careful with this, because you don't want to hurt people's feelings or plant people's feelings with this as well. But, in my situation, what worked is, like, I asked my staff, what is the thing that you want? Like, I would buy you lunch. What do you eat? Because I knew they love food. They were two guys, young guys, and they just love to eat. And buying them food every week, that was my way of persuading them to actually achieve the target. I know it sounds silly, but that to them meant a lot. And I went on, like, when we achieved our quarterly bonuses, out of my own pocket, I gave them each like $100 just to say thank you for everything that you did. And that meant the world to them, because it was a lot less than they were earning with their bonuses, but it was enough to encourage them to do more, because they knew that over and above what they earn, I saw what they were earning, or, I saw what they were doing, and I gave them that extra boost to say, guys, I appreciate you, not the company, not our big boss. I appreciate you. And that made them work, for them. And it's also sad, because when I left, they didn't really want to be there anymore, because they got some other guy that came and worked in there that I really couldn't stand. And it started dropping, and it's not because I kept the branch together. It's not because I made sales, but I'm convinced it's because of the power of persuasion. This new guy that came in, they really didn't gel with him. He didn't understand how to work them, I guess. And it fell apart. But yes, so power of persuasion, guys, is very powerful. So if you can learn this skill, please do. Buy Dean Graziosi's book or get it for free. I think it's for free on his website, and then on Amazon you'll probably pay for it. But if you can, get the worksheets that comes with it. In the book, he actually talks about where you can get the worksheets on his website. I strongly recommend that. Find resources other than Dean Graziosi's resources that can teach you the power of persuasion. I know there's a lot of other books out there as well. And I will talk to you guys soon. So have a great lunch, breakfast, dinner, wherever you are in the world. And I'll talk to you again.